Sir JV, para sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala, paano mo po pinapakilala sa inyo?
Well, I've been in public service for 18 years already. No, siguro, compared to the other senators, I'm not, hindi ako sisikat na iba. No? Hindi naman ako nag-artista rin kasi. No flamboyance, no flair. I'm a silent worker, siguro, so to speak. Kaya siguro yun yung naging characteristic ng aking term as senator, na sabi hindi ako parang maraming sasabi, hindi ka kasi masyado, wala kang flair. Sabi ko, I'm a silent worker, sabi ko, at least I have performance, no? I was able to pass some significant laws in the past 6 years, from SK Reform to Free Higher Education Act for the youth, free anti-agriculture smuggling law, mga ganon, for agri naman. But to top it all, recently I was able to pass, the President already signed the Universal Healthcare Law, which is a landmark legislation. And in my other committee, Committee on Urban Planning and Housing, yung pong creation of the Department of Human Settlements or Housing. So, isang housing, isang healthcare, dalawang landmark bills to, which is, I would say, extraordinary, no? To be able to, for a legislator to be able to pass this one after the other, actually 2 days apart lang. So I feel that I feel so fulfilled lately as a legislator, no? Since at least sabi ko nga yung promise ko noong 2013 sa ating mga when I was asking for votes for the support of the Filipino people, ang gusto ko guminhaway buhay by passing these two landmark laws. At least I fulfill the promise.
Sir, nakilala yung pamilya nyo sa showbiz talaga eh. Pero sa inyo, sir, sa part nyo, kailan nag-start yung passion nyo to do public service? Bakit doon kayo sa direction na punta?
Actually, I started as in business. Wala talaga ako sa showbiz. No? Wala ako sa public service. So, after graduation, I worked in different companies. Tapos, nung sinwerte naman, gumanda yung business, napunta ako sa corporate world. Tapos, naging active ako sa JCI, yung Journal Chamber International, JCs, sa Leadership Development Organization. So, dito ako na-hold siguro yung leadership skills ko. I became national president in 1998. So, yun lang yung, siguro yun yung aking first venture into public service because it's a civic organization. So, and then 2001, by force of circumstance, bigla ako napatakbo bilang mayor ng San Juan. No, sinubukan namin, sabi namin, subukan natin kung okay pa tayo, hindi namin sigurado kung mananalo because of what happened. It's a loss, but luckily I still won. So, that started my political career. 2001 as mayor for 9 years, and I became congressman for 3 years and now senator for 6 years. So 18 years in public service. I would say in every, hindi naman sa magbubukat ng sarili bangko, pero in every position I believe I was able to make a difference. In my stint as mayor, I was able to turn San Juan into one of the more progressive LGUs. Naging city kami. From 300 million, naging 1.2 billion yung we were able to quadruple our income under my administration. And last but not the least, we had the lowest poverty incidence, ibig sabihin, because pinaka-counting bilang na mahirap percentage-wise in San Juan because of the vibrant economy under my administration. Now, as a senator, nadala ko naman yun. If you're a public servant, your measure of success, if you are able to make a difference, if you're able to uplift the living conditions of your constituents. So, siguro kaya ito yung pinursu kong mga legislation for healthcare, universal healthcare, and for housing naman. We want to improve the housing, yung quality of life of the Filipino people and our constituents.
Senator?
Yes, it doesn't end there, no? That's why I'm seeking for another, okay lang narinig yan. I'm seeking for a second term Because yung universal healthcare law, for example, it's a work in progress. Hindi yun pagka-pirma, bulog ng langit. No? It's a work in progress. It's a 5-year, 10-year plan that would include establishment of a so-called service delivery network to make sure that lahat ng buong bansa covered, no? From rural health station, barangay health station, rural health units, district hospital to the regional or apex hospital. So, mag-establish tayo ng network. Second, we want to improve the health facilities, no? Because our health facilities right now, yung bed to population ratio is 1 is to 1,100. Ang dapat 1 is to 500. Kaya nga meron tayong, we have patients in the corridors, aisles, overcapacity ang ating hospitals. So, sinama ko rin ang improvement of the health facilities because ang logic ko, how can we offer healthcare services when our health facilities are unhealthy? So, it's a work in progress that I would want to oversee it become a reality. Pero immediately, all Filipinos will now be automatically become members of PhilHealth. Kumbaga covered na tayo lahat ng national health insurance under the universal healthcare law. So, everybody will now be able to receive assistance and the benefits of being a member of PhilHealth. So, lahat ng Pilipino, kaya talagang landmark.
So, na pa kung iba lahat yung pondo ng DOH, especially those intended for sa improvement ng facilities, I believe, di ba, tinanggal nila yun?
Ay, binalik natin yan. Yan yung tinatawag na, yan yung Health Facilities Enhancement Program that was slashed from the budget last year. It's being used for improvement of the health facilities, expansion, upgrade, rehab. Tinanggal yan ng 2019 budget. Kaya lang I fought hard. That's 30 billion, no? All over the country. Ang laking improvement na rin ng government hospitals. Slowly. Kaya lang, nilaban ko yan talaga na maibalik. Kasi now that we are about to implement the universal healthcare law, dapat yung health facilities naka-prepared, nakahanda na. No? So, dapat ma-solve up yung overcapacity because right now, we expect that more patients will come because covered na lahat eh. So, nilaban natin na ibalik naman ng Senado yan. From yung 30 billion, 16 billion lang. Pero those 70%, yung mga 70%, 80%, 100% complete, yun na lang yung tatapusin para maging operational.
What about the basic services of the universal healthcare? Ang dami kasing misconception na akala pag sinabing pasok ka na sa UHC, pati yung operasyon na medyo siselan at malalaking gastos.
Lahat naman magkakaroon. Lahat ng operation, makakatanggap tayo ng assistance. Lahat ng
But not the whole.
sakit, even check-up nga, basic laboratory test is now included. Dati, wala ang preventive. So, sinama na natin check-up. So, kung ano ang sinasagot ng PhilHealth, this would be improvement. Enhancement of PhilHealth nga ito eh. So, just wait for the Health Technology Assessment Council. Meron kang tinayo. Composed of experts, public health practitioners, who will determine hanggang magkano kung pwede, ano mga sakit. Kasi I'm not an expert, I'm not a health practitioner, I'm not a doctor. So we will let the experts determine, siguro paglabas ng IRR, no, which is being drafted now, sila na mag-determine kung ano. Pero kung existing, what are the being covered by PhilHealth existing, syempre, older yun, actually enhanced pa. No, halimbawa, yung dialysis na dati may limit na 90 sessions lang a year. Because para kasi lahat pa yan, ngayon gagawin natin 120. So lahat i-increase natin. Ang magandang feature din, before kasi curative, no? You can only avail of assistance from PhilHealth or other agencies kapag may sakit ka na o na-hospital ka na. So this time around, we want to strengthen the preventive side, the primary care component of healthcare kasi mas magastos pag lumalala yung sakit. So, we're encouraging check-ups para hindi na lumala ang sakit kasi mabigat para sa kumpanya, mabigat para sa gobyerno. So, check-up and basic laboratory tests are now included as part of the coverage under the universal healthcare. Diagnostics, yes, yung basic. Yung pinaka-basic.
I believe you're a supporter of traditional and complementary medicine and what is your stand on medical cannabis?
Well, I already said my my position before. If it's gonna really relieve pain, if it can really prevent seizures, epilepsy, or other nervous conditions, if it will prolong life, why not? Diba? As chairman ng committee rin, ang ano naman natin, kumaba yung buhay. Diba? And relieve a person's pain. So, I'm open to it. Kung talagang kasi meron din akong experience yung sister-in-law ko, epileptic And she really, she attests, no, na with the cannabis, I don't know kung ano yung ginagamit niya. Talagang hindi siya nagkakasisure. So, once proven, siguro we have to start studies, discussion. So, ang ano lang naman doon, I understand Senate President Soto's and the President's apprehension kasi yung abuse. Alam mo naman dito, magaling din gumawa ng magaling magpalusot. So, if they can put the necessary safeguards to prevent abuse, why not? Why not? Pero I can understand them. We have to weigh it. So, we have to prevent abuse. At the same time, if it prolong life, why not?
Sir, speaking of pain, what's your stand on public mass transportation in that?
Well, that has been my advocacy ever since nasa Congress pa. I've been advocating the railway system ever since. And one of the reasons that I would really want to continue my term is because I've been defending the budget of key agencies of government like the OTR because of my push for modern transportation, modernization, and infrastructure development. Nasa Congress pa ako, I've been delivering privilege speeches on the need for mass transit and railway system. But back then, traffic wasn't as bad, kaya nobody listens to me that time. But now, the traffic is getting worse. It's bound to get worse if we do not lay those railroad tracks. At the rate we are buying cars, 30,000 every month. That means 1 million new vehicles will be added to our streets in 3 years' time. So we'll have a gridlock in 5 years kung hindi tayo kumilos. So one of the reasons actually that I really would want to run is because of this. As I mentioned, I've been defending the budget of the ODR for the past 3 years. I defended the PNR North Line, yung po papunta ng Malolos, Clark, going to Ilocandia. Yung South Line na lang ang inaantay natin. The airport modernization, the new Clark International Airport Terminal, I also defended that. The upgrade of the different airports all over the country para maging night flying capability na sila. So, it is my belief and advocacy that infrastructure development, transport modernization will stimulate economic growth. It will spread out the development and ito yung magkakos ng inclusive growth kasi magbibigay ng trabaho at hanap buhay. Spread out the development pa, hindi na na-concentrate sa Metro Manila, sa Cebu and Davao. So, actually, I have to be honest with you, nung gusto tumakbo sana ng kapatid ko, I had second thoughts of running. Sabi ko, my chances of winning will be severely affected as what we are seeing right now. Diba? Kabilang first time in history. Kaya lang, looking at Congress, looking at the Senate, nobody is passionately talking about infrastructure development and transport modernization as passionately as I am. Kasi tingin ko, ito talaga, with this will solve so many problems. And hindi ako nangangako kasi I've been defending, like I said, I've been working and defending the budget for the past 3 years. Kaya ako na nagde-defend para matuloy. I've been pushing for it. So yung South Rail, Manila Subway System, Mindanao Railway System, sana matuloy. Sana may, sabi ko kung di ako tatakbo, baka wala na mag-push. So I took the risk na lang. Sana manalo pa rin ako so that all of this will continue. I support the President because he's the only President who was committed to spend 8 trillion for the next 6 years for infrastructure development. Hopefully matuloy na talaga lahat to kasi we are already behind by about 30 years in terms of infrastructure development. Napag-iwanan na tayo ng Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, which they invested so much in infrastructure in the 1990s. So 20 years na tayo behind. And Vietnam is fast catching up, kaya nga napupunta sa kanilang investments. Hindi napupunta sa Pilipinas. We cannot wait another 5 years. Pag pinalagpas pa natin to, we will have a gridlock in the next 5 years. With more than 1 million vehicles added to our streets. Pag hindi natin nailatag. So, that's the reason I really would want to continue my term. No? Because I would want to continue the push for infra development.
Sir, may mga ibang laws pa ba kayo na naiisip na makakatulong talaga sa bansa natin?
Siguro emergency powers, I would pursue that because I find that bilang pumasa because I would want this to happen. Kung may emergency power tayo to address the transportation crisis, that will fast track everything. Mapapabilis lahat. Kasi nga, kung hindi tayo behind by 20 years, okay lang to go through the process. But we are already behind. And we have a crisis. Lahat tayo na permission. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours even in traffic every day. So, we are losing quality time, productive time. So, yun po yung nakikita ko. And then, I'd like to pursue siguro after I was able to pass the universal healthcare, siguro yun namang benefits. Magna Carta for barangay health workers who are one of the hardest working persons that I know in government, but they are very much undercompensated. They only live on very little allowance, but they go around all over the barangays. No? So, yun yung gusto ko ituloy.
Di ba meron ka pang bill about nurses or MPN?
Yan
Sa mga nurses?
Kasama rin siguro sa health workers. But una-unahin ko muna yung barangay health workers. Probably yung supply of health workers kasama naman sa universal healthcare law yun, to have a steady supply of doctors, nurses. So,
Sir, how about entrepreneurship? Do you have any significant advocacies on developing a new breed of entrepreneurs?
hindi ako dun eh. Hindi ko line yan. No? I think Mitsubiri yan. And, ako naman sa business, well, ang ko yung I would like to address the infrastructure weakness, and that will bring in investments and push cost inclusive growth. Like for Mindanao, for example, problema ng Mindanao, peace and order, rebellion. It's because Mindanao has long been neglected. Mindanao is land of promise, pero neglected siya. Kaya nga may kaguluhan. I believe that root cause of all of this rebellion and is poverty. Hanggat gutom ang tao, may kaguluhan. Now that the Bangsamoro organic laws passed already signed by the President, it's a good instrument of peace. But rapid economic development has to follow. Hindi pwedeng yun lang instrumento kasi kung gutom pa rin tao, magkakagulo pa rin yun. So, again, yung push ko, yung Mindanao Railway System, kung sakali, modern airports all over, kung patuloy natin, we will spread out the development, create new growth areas all over. Pag may bagong growth area, syempre may jobs and opportunities. So kung may jobs and opportunities, busog ang tao, may trabaho, tingin nyo ba yung mga rebelde, mga mayute, ISIS, rebels, communists, can they still gain support? If people in Mindanao are already satisfied and wala na silang hindi sila gutom. So, this is the way to lasting peace also. Yung infra development that would stimulate economic growth. So, this is also the way to lasting peace.
Sir, in your foresight, gano'n ka-posible kung talagang tingin mo maipasa yung death penalty?
It will be tough to pass death penalty. Kasi sa Senado, bilang ko sa present composition na, only 5 are supportive. Yung mga babae, karamihan are not. No? So, tanggal na sila, dami nila. There are only 5. Ako, I'm open to it because of the situation that the Philippines became the hub for international drug trade because of the absence, probably one of the factors, yung absence of death penalty. And because of our vast coastline, it's very hard to secure the coastline. Very very fast. Kaya lang, kung titignan mo yung Thailand, pupunta ka ng Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore, yung arrival card pa lang, nakikita mo, nakastop na nakapula, bold letters. Then to all drug traffickers. Kumbaga, mag-isip ka na that they mean business. Government means business in dealing with drug traffickers. Ako, kahit naman di natin ituloy, basta panakot lang. Deterrent lang, okay na sa akin di ba? Para lang send a strong signal that we mean business. So, I'm open to it, no? Lalo especially for high-level drug trafficking. Para lang yung situation kasi naging hub kasi ang Pilipinas All out war si President Duterte for the past 3 years, but it's still there. So, gano'n nakalala ang problema.
So how about lowering the age of criminal liability? In your
Ah.
opinion, anong age kaya, sir?
Ang crucial dyan yung to determine kung ano yung age of discernment. No? Kasi 15, di ba? Kasi nag-mayor din ako Sakit sa ulo talaga. It's a good law, I believe, yung juvenile justice. Maganda intention to protect the children, to protect the youth. But the problem is it has been used and abused by adults and criminals. Kasi ang experience ko nung mayor ako, 70% naman ng crime is crime against property. Yung mga small nanakaw, hold up, and more than 70% or 80% perpetrators are youth, yung mga teenagers. Kasi hindi sila nakukulong. Nung huli nga, pag ninuhuli namin, di ba, una sila, may dala na sila birth certificate. So, inabuso. So ako, I'm open to discuss about it. Huwag naman 9 years old, masyado bata. Wala pang kabubuhin yung 9 years old. Pero, probably ako, I'm looking at 13. Kasi sa international standards, 11 to 13 yata yung age of criminal liability. Ako, I'm looking at 13 kasi yung teenage years, kaya ka teenager, puberty na yan, nag-iiba na kanyo. So, tingin ko yun na yung age of discernment. So, I'm looking at 13. Wag lang 12.
So you mentioned that you're a silent worker. Can we expect you to be more vocal this time? Like vocal and fiery?
Ano naman depends on the situation. During the time of the administration, I was vocal and fiery because I was part of the opposition. Even na-carry ko nung during the Aquino administration, I was in the opposition. But now, I'm not fiery because I'm not part of the opposition. So, kumbaga nadaanan ko rin nagkalye rin ako, di ba? Mas naging proactive ako ngayon. Parang mas gusto ko mas i-address yung mga present problems. Like, nabagin ko, time and again, infra and transport modernization. I defend the budget of the OTR. I defend the budget of the ILG. I defend the budget of DOH, PCOO, BCD, ang dami. I defend about 30 agencies and departments. So, I think because of my role right now, ay parang hindi bagay maging fiery. Kung posisyon ako, parang mas bagay maging fiery kasi ganyan yung mag-characteristic pagka-position ka.
So, are you in favor of this narco list, especially the celebrities in Europe? Being masked in public?
Siguro kung may kaso na, cases are filed. Kasi that means that there's already basis. Dapat pa-confirm muna second or third time. Huwag naman yung una lang. Kasi minsan pag raw information, dami pagkakamali. Kawawa naman yung mga madadamay nang wala namang kinalaman. So, siguro kung there's enough basis for cases to be filed, meron na ba siya talaga yun? Meron ng enough evidence. So ako, okay lang yun. Pero wag naman yung mga nasa initial stages pa lang ng investigation. Kawawa naman.
Senator, follow-up question lang po dun sa universal healthcare. Kasama po ba rito yung mga private hospital para magkaroon lang ng uniform fees sa mga workups?
In areas na tinatawag na geographically isolated areas where there are no government hospitals, kung halimbawa yun lang private institution doon, of course, kung basta accredited ng PhilHealth, they can service PhilHealth members or this time under universal healthcare law, all Filipinos, no? And they will be paid. No? Kaya kinakailangan ma-accredit sila. Because there are criteria para na masigurado na that the health facility is capable, is safe. So, kung ano mo yung accreditation ng PhilHealth, ganun din. Because there are areas na walang public hospital na malapit din. So, yung private institutions ang ginagamit. Because, as I mentioned, we have to set up that service delivery network na dapat buong bansa covered. From barangay health station, rural health units, district hospital, going to the regional hospitals.
Sir, to be fair naman sa mga nagbabayad ng PhilHealth versus doon sa mga hindi nagbabayad ng PhilHealth kasi nagkakaroon ng lahat ng members, lahat na pwede na sa PhilHealth, beneficiary na. Pero marami ang hindi nagbabayad. So, to be fair to everyone, ano po yung safeguard naman ng mga nagbabayad ng PhilHealth kasi sa hindi?
Well, napag-usapan yan kasi nga lahat i-membro na. So, yung baka yung mga existing PhilHealth members, hindi na sila magbayad. Kasi bakit pa magbabayad, hindi na lahat. We will come up with a special incentive and special package for the direct contributory. Yun po yung existing PhilHealth members, both regular employees, both government and private. So para naman ganahan pa rin sila maghulog, we will have a special package and incentive for them. Kasi hindi man natin kaya ay 100% eh. So 35% yun, sila yung maghuhulog. Sila yung continuous pwede maghulog. So yung 65%, ito po yung senior citizens, indigents, poorest of the poor, PWDs. These are the ones that who will be subsidized by the national government or the PhilHealth. I don't have anything to hide. I'm confident of my performance. I'm confident of probably that I have the grasp of what's happening. And more importantly, I know that I don't have any blemish in my track record. Wala akong tinatago. So, siguro marami ang takot, baka mabuksan. May risk, especially those who are high up there already. They don't want to risk anymore their position. Eh, siguro, nakatulong na ako'y nasa baba. So, kailangan. Bukod sa kailangan. Pero ano eh, I have nothing to hide. And that's free airtime. Hirap na ako. I had zero airtime before I aired my first ad last week. I had zero airtime, kaya nga na-apekto ako. So at least sabi ko free airtime ito. That wasn't enough pala. So, but again, it's a good exercise. Ako, I have fun. Marami natatakot doon sa fast talk, sa mga pressure, sa mga positions. Okay, it's a good exercise for the mind. No, for some reason, I enjoy it. It's a good opportunity for people to know your platform, stand on issues. Sabi nga, universal healthcare, not everybody, kasi kasagas, hindi naiintindihan daw. So at least it's a good chance for me to be able to communicate na meron na tayong batas na talaga magko-cover sa lahat. Well, of course, I have two boys. Yung isa medyo grown up, yung isa bata pa, and I'm quite close to it. So, before I used to go out a lot, unwind, I used to drink a lot, kasi yun magpa-relax ko. But lately, I want to spend more time kasi 1-2 years na magti-teenage siya, ayaw na baka may sarili ng buhay. No? So, as much as possible, I want to go home early. Siguro, tumanda na rin ako, ayoko na lumalabas, mas gusto ko na yung sa bahay na lang. I play golf. I used to be the president of Wakwak. I box. I ride. I like traveling. I like exploring the beautiful sites all over the country. I've been to Banawe, to Mountain Province, to Sagada, to Legazpi, to Mayon, to Mindanao. I would like to ride all over the country because I like to discover places, food, culture, it's a good, yung pag-riding kasi for me, it's an outlet, makes you relax, makes you learn, and I can be myself. Wala akong staff, wala akong security, I'm just with some other riders. Kumbaga parang nung bata tayo, di ba, pag magpabike, bibisikleta, uy, tara, bisikleta tayo doon, parang gano'n yung pakiramdam ko. So I'm with my core group, about 6 to 10 riders. We go around.
So yung